This is the 2027 BMW X7. Is it a great luxury three-row SUV? Hey everybody, it's Tom from Vehicle Visionary. I hope you're having a great day. Here on the front end, it's going to have that classic look. Now, one thing that is interesting, I know a lot of you love all the LED lighting elements here, but some people don't like this split design where you've got your daytime running lights, your turn signal indicators, and then the headlight elements down here. What do you think about that? Some people like it, some people don't, but everything is full LED and you can't see it, but there is the illuminated double kidney grille here. A little bit hard to see in this bright Louisiana sunshine. There is quite a bit of gloss black here. It gives it a nice luxurious look. You do have active everything here, no faux vents or anything like that. Forward-facing camera, that front view camera right there, and cameras all over the vehicle. xDrive all-wheel drive, so you're going to have that great traction option here. We're going to have our four-wheel ventilated disc brakes, the 22-inch gloss black wheels. Now, I really like the way these wheels look with a gloss finish, but they are a little hard to keep clean. That's the one thing that is a bit of a challenge. We'll work our way up. We're going to have our M logo, just like you saw on the front end. Now, this area right here is all cosmetic. It does look nice. I like that, but it seems like that should be active in some way, shape, or form. We're going to have our carbon fiber mirror caps. There's actually going to be quite a bit of carbon fiber all over this X7. Heated power adjustable side view mirrors with blind spot monitoring built in. And one more feature that I know a lot of you like to have, which is going to be the power folding side view mirrors. Now, we're going to have lock, unlock. You can open and close your tailgate. There's where you're going to lock the vehicle right there with that button. Going to have the panic button right there. A very nice looking remote. Small, it gets the job done, but I like that it doesn't just look like a typical remote or key fob. Gloss black finish with our roof rails up there. You can get yourself some crossbars and increase your cargo space. There's a panoramic sunroof. Work our way around. We're going to finish things off here with, once again, LED lighting elements, and you can see how nice and bright those are as far as everything going on, the animation taking place. Those are actually a lot brighter after dark than they look here during the day. There's our M60 logo. The rear window wiper is exposed, but not a big deal. I know a lot of people love to see that tucked away inside of the rear roof spoiler, but this is a little bit big to go up there. And we'll have our other logos here. We'll work our way down. You're going to have your active exhaust here. Nothing is going to be fake, although the outlets are not exactly all one piece here. But I do like that it's open. It is exposed. Nice performance capability, great sound. And you'll see you have your tow hitch receiver right here. Not only is this going to be high performance, you can also tow up to 7,500 pounds, so there's a lot of utility here as well. All right, let's talk about what's under the hood. And something I really like here is when you go to open the hood latch in the interior says ×2. You pull on that 2 times, and guess what? You don't have to go hunting for a hood latch, any kind of a release. And we're going to have our engine cover right here, so you don't get to see as much as I wish you did, but it is a 4.4 liter turbocharged V8, 523 horsepower and 553 pounds-feet of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission. 0 to 60, a tick over 4 seconds. Top speed 130 miles per hour. And then you are going to find your MPGs on the window sticker here. We'll have to see what you think about this. A couple of things I want to show you as far as the window sticker goes. Number one, for those who say that's not a 2027, well, there's the window sticker and it says it's a 2027 right there. MPGs, 17 city, 21 highway, 19 combined, 5.3 gallons of gas per every 100 miles driven. And how about your gas tank details? I know a lot of you like to know about that, so I try to give that to you in these videos. The gas tank size is 21.9 gallons in capacity. On a full tank of gas in the city, you should be able to drive about 350 miles. Out on the highway, that number will jump to a potential 438 miles. That all depends on how you drive and where you drive. Quite a few variables, but those are the potentials. Let's talk about cargo capacity. We're going to open our split tailgate. And the reason this is called a split tailgate, obvious reasons. We can hit the button right here and bring down this lower section right here. Now, depending on how you set things up cargo space-wise, you're looking at 12.8 to 48.6 up to 90.4 cubic feet of cargo space. And you do have some controls and switches right here that you can use for doing things such as lowering these rear seats. Now you'll notice that the front or the middle row seats will go down first, and then these seats will lower. You can obviously lower all of the seats to increase your cargo space, but I like that I can just pull the button one time. I don't have to hold it down with my finger. That's nice. To bring that up, we'll bring this one up as well. Now you will have to manually put the headrests back in place, and there you go with all of that. We do have our cover right here if we want to take advantage of that. The cargo cover right here with your X7 logo. Little bit of space underneath the floor. Now the one thing that is missing here is the presence of a spare tire. So if you were wondering about that, that is the situation. You can have a first aid kit right over there. You also see your cargo area lighting, and just above that area is going to be your 12-volt power outlet for connectivity if you'd like to take advantage of that. And then when you get ready to close everything down, you've got your buttons right here. This one closes everything down just like this. The other one, if you push that, it's not only going to close everything here, but also lock the interior. All right, let's talk about what your second and third row passengers are going to find. Now with the door panel right here, there's a lot going on. First of all, you've got the power shade. There's a button here that allows me to use that. I can also do the same over there on the passenger side door where you're seeing everything. Those are those top two switches. And then you're going to have the control to obviously raise and lower the window. We also have that button on the bottom left, and I'm going to let you see inside here because here's what's going to happen. I am closing the power shade right here. As far as the sunroof goes, that front portion will also open if you want to take advantage of that. And controls on the side of the seat. There's a few things to talk about here. Number one, you can obviously change the positioning of these power adjustable seats. We can also push the button or pull up on this area right here and get this up and out of the way where it's easy to get into the third row. So a nice convenient thing. It's a little bit slow to do that, but I'm going to go ahead and hop on into the rear area right here. Bring that seat back. Now it can come back pretty far, but depending on what everyone needs to do, they can adjust these seats in the middle row area to help increase space back here in the rear. And we're going to have controls right here for the AC back here in the rear area. In fact, let me grab the camera and I'll show you what's going on. It's nice and convenient. You can see all of the different controls that we have here. Now you do have heated seats. We do not need that right now. It is getting hot in Northwest Louisiana, but that is going on back here. I'm going to turn that back off. But I like that we have our air conditioning vents right here. That's going to help everything out as far as that goes, to be very close to your passengers. So a good thing where that is concerned, we're going to have our cup holders right here. You can even see some of the ambient lighting right there. That's going to make things nice and convenient. And then our connectivity option with the USB. Now I'm going to hand the camera back real quick and show you how easy it is to adjust things back here. I can get the seat back up and out of the way. You just move it and it automatically starts to go up, as you can see. And that will make it a lot easier for me to hop back out of here. You also have some controls right here that will allow for moving things around back here with the rear seats. You can see right there, I'm not going to sit here for long and let it do that, but you can see what's going on with that. If I want to bring that down or bring it up, we can obviously do that when no one is sitting here. And there's a lot more to talk about with this middle row area. All of your controls on the side of the seat for moving them back and forth. It is a little bit slow, so I'm going to show you those, and then we're going to bring the seat back. Obviously, it will recline. Better not go too far because I might fall asleep. You never know. And one thing that's interesting here, typically with armrests, you can't adjust that top area. You know, if you watch me regularly, you know that I can't stand it when my arm's hanging off like that. Well, here, you don't have to worry about it. You can adjust it, and you bring it up like this to get it out of the way. You fold it down as opposed to up. It's something that's a little bit different. And you actually have a total of 5 zones of climate control here. Here are the 3rd and 4th zones. You saw the 5th zone in the rear. There's 2 in the front. And once again, we're going to have our heated seats. Maybe some of those of you who live way far north of where I do here in the south will be able to take advantage of that. But that's the situation there. You can control fan speed. All that good stuff is here. Air conditioning vents right there. That's going to help out. We also have some storage space underneath. There is a 12-volt power outlet, a couple of USB ports, and some cup holders. And these are not the only air conditioning vents. You also have air conditioning vents right there on the door pillar. So that's going to be good to have tons of airflow coming all throughout the interior. These seats are very safe. You can mount the screen right here if you have that. That's what that area is for. Or you can just conceal that away depending on what you need to do. The sticker price is $127,300. You better get a really good looking masseuse with your BMW for that price, right? You do have massaging seats here, so that's why I say that. Let's take a look at our upper console. Nothing out of the ordinary to talk about here. You can see everything that's there as far as your lighting and SOS and all that good stuff is going to be here as far as all your controls go. We'll work our way down. You're going to see a lot of carbon fiber here in the interior. As you can see, as we work our way across the dash area, you can see our ambient lighting. I've got that in blue, but there are several different colors. The glove box is there. It's going to have that nice comfortable material to rub your hands on, kind of an ASMR experience. On the passenger side door, plenty of room with the door bin and the armrest. You can see some more of that ambient lighting right there. And before we go to the driver's side, I'm going to show you something on the screen here. All I'm doing is touching the controls for the seat. It's going to show you what's going on there. We can use all of the different functions as far as our lumbar support. Everything is going to do exactly what you need it to. This is the bolstering. That's going to happen. So you know exactly what you're adjusting. Kind of an interesting thing. And all you have to do is basically just touch that area and it comes up. Just wanted to show you that. Same thing on the passenger side. Over here on the driver's side door, we're going to have seat memory. I like that. That's also on the passenger side. And then you're going to have all your different controls for your massage seats, all that good stuff. Everything for your side view mirrors. There's the button I pushed earlier to fold those side view mirrors in if I needed to do that with the vehicle still running. Control for your side view mirror controls right there as far as positioning goes. Your lock and unlock windows, all that stuff is here. You can lock your windows, whatever you need to do, it's all here. And then everything right here as far as different features such as the tilt and telescopically adjustable steering wheel. You've got everything for your lighting here. If you want to turn that off, you can do whatever you need to do right there. You can turn that on, whatever you need to do. There's quite a few things going on here. Steering wheel mounted controls as well. Like I said, a lot of things to deal with, but it's not such an overload that you can't figure it out. You've got the ability to go through different bits of information. You can scroll your way over, as you can see. In fact, there's one of the very nice features. If you want to see your view right there, you can work our way back and forth. So you can turn things on and off depending on what you need to do with all of these features. It's just that simple, and all I'm doing is using the controls right here. We can come in and change the layout, whatever we need to do, we can do all of that. And then we're gonna have our steering wheel mounted paddle shifters on the back of the steering wheel. That's gonna be nice and convenient. They're nice and large for gearing your way back and forth through the 8-speed automatic transmission. Front and rear window wipers, everything here for your turn signal indicators. Yes, you do have turn signal indicators that come standard with these BMWs. That might be a bit of a surprise to some people, but it is here. And the curvature with the screen, we'll give you a little bit of an upper view up here from up here, just to show you how that curves. It's driver focused. I like how that is angled at the driver. Now, we do have our lighting settings right here. Depending on what we need to do with that, you can come in and make some changes to your parking lights, to your low beams, to your exterior lighting. You can turn that on and off depending on what you need to do right there. So just to give you an idea of what's going on. Now, we do have our built-in navigation. As you can see, your air conditioning is controlled here in the screen. You can control your heated and ventilated seats. The heated steering wheel is going to be right there, and that's either on or off. It doesn't have multiple stages. And to control everything else, we come right here. Pretty easy to figure out. I do wish there were physical controls here, however, and I'm sure a lot of you do too. Now, where are your different icons? Well, you just hit the 4 little squares right there, and here are your different icons depending on what you're looking for and what you need to know about. You can come right here and come into this area and do whatever you need to do. There's actually quite a few more than what I'm showing you right there. You can even watch YouTube. I can't show you that right now because you have to have your BMW account set up for that to work. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are here with the wireless capabilities for pairing your smartphone. And then we can come in here to our different places of different bits of information depending on what you need to see. That's going to work out really well as far as that goes. And then I'm going to show you your different camera views. Now you do have park assist. If you want to take advantage of that, you can see your different options here as far as your different views go. In fact, we can come in right here, take a look at some of the different things you're going to see when it comes to your options for camera views. They are literally everywhere. We'll go into reverse and show you the rear view right there. As you can see, that's going to make it nice and convenient to know exactly what's going on and where it's going on with your BMW X7. Now, we'll work our way down. You can see some of your air conditioning vents right here. Unique design, that's for sure, but you do get some nice airflow out of that. We'll come down here and see something that's not out of the ordinary, but I know a lot of you like it. Your control for the radio, turning the volume up and down, turning that on and off, whatever else you need to do with these stations. There's your hazard light buttons and your front and rear window defoggers, and more of that carbon fiber here with the finish for our center console. We're going to get that up and out of the way. There's your wireless charging pad right there. Going to have some connectivity, including our 12-volt power outlet, our cup holders, and guess what? If you want to keep your stuff nice and cool or nice and warm, you can do that on each side. You can see which button to use or which setting to use on each button. Now, we're going to have quite a few other things to talk about here. Here is your shifter. Put your foot on the brake. That lets you go into drive. You can bump that up into neutral, go into reverse, go into park. And for those of you that don't want to touch your screen, you do have the controls right here. One-touch buttons. You can scroll your way around with the wheel right here. You can push down on that to make selections, whatever you need to do. That's going to work really well. Button to turn the engine on and off, and here are your different driving modes. And I'm going to go back up to the screen real quick here and just show you what happens when you bring that up. So you can bring up your different driving modes depending on how you want to set things up. You've got comfort right there, eco, pro, and you're also going to have your hill start assist, which is this very last button. Your power parking brake is right next to that. And then the center console lids, there's not just one, there's two, double as an armrest. They are the Bombay style doors, as you can see. One more USB connectivity option is there, as well as a little bit of storage space. And for those who always ask, here is a quick sampling of the audio. It is the Harman Kardon sound system. As you would expect with BMW, it has a great sound quality. And there it is, the 2027 BMW X7. Is it a great luxury three-row SUV option? Tell me what you think down in the comments section. It definitely has a lot to offer. Tell me what you think should be here that maybe isn't here. I'm always curious to receive your feedback. I would like to say a special thanks to our friends here at Orr BMW for loaning us this X7 for the day so we could tell you all about it. And a special thanks to all of you for being kind enough to give us the opportunity to give you a vision for your next vehicle. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. That's helpful and greatly appreciated. Make sure to subscribe and share this video on your timelines on social media so other people can see it. And if you would like to learn about additional vehicles that you would consider purchasing, check out one of the videos that's on the screen right now, and we'll see you there.